It's finally time. Let the Eurovision
Podcast
begin.
Hello, and welcome to a new episode of the Eurovision podcast. Today we will take a look at the first 5 songs of this year's contest, which are from Albania, Israel, France, Ukraine and Lithuania. The first song which was selected for this year was typically Albania's song, Festivali Këngës, which is the national final. It always takes place at around Christmas, so traditionally Albania is always opening the season for most of the times, so this year is no exception. We already knew some months ago that Arilena Ara, who was unfortunately not going last year, would not return again, so we already knew that we will have a new face and a new song, of course, for this year. I don't know what were the reason. I think she had no time, or I think this was like the official reason. We don't know if she received so much negative comments she decided not to go again. I don't know, but it's also nice to have a new face for a new country, but it's sad for Arilena because she had no momentum to show her in front of millions of people. But maybe in the future she will come back, so I think we will see her again at Festivali Këngës, but this year she decided not to go. The festival was won by Angela Peristeri with Karma. She was not to be honest, she was not my favorite at this year or this festival. All my other favorites didn't even come to top 5, or top 3, so it was a little bit a letdown. But nevertheless, I really enjoyed this festival. It was very nice to watch, and even though we are still in the pandemic, they managed to have a really nice show. So congrats to Albania to have, even though you're a small country with not so big budget like maybe the Nordics or Germany or the Big Five, I don't know, you still managed to have a decent show, and I enjoyed watching it, so thank you for this. Festivali Këngës this year, even though it was a nice show, the songs were not so good as the last years, because last years were really nice song-wise. Albania really changed from having dated rock and ballads to very current songs. So this year is a little bit of an exception. There were still many songs which I didn't even want to listen again, but there were also some nice songs among them. Angela Peristeri was like in my top 5, I guess, but she was not my winner. My favorite was Inis Neziri with Pendese. She didn't even come top 3, so I was really disappointed. Even though she had a really nice dress, she looked very good on stage. She had amazing vocals, even though it was very cold. This year they decided to have an open air festival because of the corona infection possibility, but still she managed to have really nice vocals, and she looked amazingly beautiful on stage. Her dress was amazing, her white dress with the white hand gloves. It was really beautiful to see, but unfortunately she didn't win, but it's okay. Angela's song is also nice, but it maybe after a revamp she will convince me a little bit more. Pre-contest, Mirut was my favorite because I really liked his song in 2019, I think. He was one of my favorites back then. His song was in 2019 was a ballad, which was very nice, well sung, and it was also composed by El Haydadani, who I really admire. But this year when I heard the studio version, I was like, well, okay, that's very nice because it's an ethnic bop. It reminded me a lot of Elvana Jata in the year before. So I was really looking forward to it. But when I saw him on stage, you can feel that he was a little bit afraid and he was not really enjoying it. He's not really meant to dance. I think it was the problem that he was also dancing during the instrumental part, but this is a huge mistake because when he was dancing, he kind of looked very nervous and very like, oh, what the heck am I doing here? So he should leave the dancing to his backing dancers and just concentrate on the song, because also his vocals were suffering from that. And also his outfit was a choice. I mean, it was nice, but I think many people were not happy about this, I guess. He looked like a Spanish matador, so maybe a different style would have helped him. But still, the song is very nice as a studio cut, so I think I will still listen to it in the next months. But if you want to come back to Festival Kings, hopefully, because you will be successful one day, please come back with a. If you want to do an ethnic bop, please let the dancing to your back dancers and just concentrate on your singing. That's my advice for you. Another favorite of mine was Era Russi. It was really bop. I mean, before seeing on stage, it was like okay, but when I saw it live, it was like wow, she really she can really dance and perform very good. She looked very good on stage. It was like Eleni Foreira. I really like this kind of bops, but still she didn't manage to come top 3. I don't know what the jury are thinking. It was really one of my favorites, but maybe the jury, I don't know who was in the jury, but probably there were a lot of old people, so they don't really like this kind of ethnic bops. This is my explanation, I think. So please, for next year, please do a televote. I really, Albania needs a televote because you manage to select always the wrong songs because of one jury, or some juries are selecting bad tops, so the real winner does not go to the actual contest. So this is a problem. Maybe also because of last year's incident about one jury member who was criticized a lot. They didn't show the official results. They only announced the top three. So hopefully they will change the voting procedure for next year, so we will have more transparency. This is what I really like. So we didn't speak a lot about Angela's song Karma, so let's take a look to this. Karma is very like ethnic, very traditional, which I really like about Albania when they send something traditional, ethnic to the contest. But I think it will have a problem when they translate it to English. I don't know if she made it officially, but I think she will translate it into English. And I'm afraid that they will change the instrumentation. So we will. I think it's almost sure that everyone will dislike the new revamp. So my advice to Angela would be just tweak a little bit of the song, like 2018, the singer, I don't remember his name, he was also revamping, but just to tweak a little bit. And I think this would also be a good advice for her. Keep the Albanian lyrics, of course, you need to keep it, but only change a little bit about the orchestration and make it a little bit more current, and then it will be maybe a qualifier. Next one is Israel with Eden Allen, Set Me Free. So she will come back again. So that's very nice because I was seeing an interview about her last year, and she was crying when she heard the news that the contest will be cancelled, and I felt so sorry for her, but I was very happy when they announced that she will come back. So the songs last year were, I think there were 5 songs, and each of them was could be the winner for me, because I liked almost every song. And also the winning song back then was my personal favorite of the favorites. So because it was very traditional, but also yet current, and I also like the fact that they put a lot of languages in it, because Eden Alain is, I think, Ethiopian, so they put Amharic in it, of course Hebrew because she's from Israel, a little bit Arabic also, and also English, of course. So it was a very nice combination of it. And that's what I really liked. And also you can hear a little bit of Arabic music, about East African music. So it was a nice diversity, which I really liked. But this year, honestly, the songs are not that good, to be honest. Last year they had this diversity of languages, but this year I think everything is in English, which is a little bit of letdown compared to last year. But still, the song is okay. She's a good dancer. She's a good singer. She looks beautiful on stage. She will maybe struggle to qualify, but I think she will qualify for the final. Depends on which running order she is, who is with her in the semi-final. What the presentation, what the performance will be like. So we will still have time to see this. Next one is France with Barbara Pravi with Voilá. This year's national final was also very, very good. I really like the national final of France because they always show a little bit of variety in the song, a lot of diversity, not just the singers but also of the songs. And this year they chose the best song, which I really like. Usually not always my personal favorites win. I think my taste is a little bit of the fan favorite taste, so I have like a really mainstream taste. Usually the song which is liked by the most fans is also my favorite, so I have a very mainstream taste. And Barbara's song was also hyped a little bit in her finals, so at the end she won, so fan favorite won. This is always a good sign for the contest, if the favorite wins in selection. And what I also like about the song is it's very, very typical French. So if you give the song to some stranger to listen, okay, you can hear the French lyrics, but just the instrumentation and just the voice, you almost can immediately say that it's from France, because it's such a typical French chanson, or the way of singing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's if I see it or if I listen to it, I can say, well, this is very French. But it's a good sign. It's not a bad thing, but it's a good thing to say. About Barbara Pravi, she's also the composer of the last 2 junior ESC songs, which are very amazing, from Carla and also Valentina's, which is also winning the whole junior contest this year. So she already had huge success in 2020. So you can already tell that she's a very good composer. She writes good lyrics. She composed very good, and also her variety into songs. She can also do like bubble pop songs, but also some serious French chansons. So this is always a good sign for a composer, if you can if you're not just good in one music genre, but also very good at different styles. So she's a very good composer, and that's what I like. And also I like her presence. I mean, when she's singing the song, you can feel her emotion. Her facial expressions are you can feel it. So if you listen to it, you are so gripped by it that you want to listen to the whole song. That's what I like. The next country is Ukraine with Goa and Shum. So Goa are coming back to the contest, which I really like, when the broadcaster internally selects the artist from last year, so they don't have to go through a national final again. So very good of the Ukrainian TV producers to choose them again internally. So the song is very traditional. I really like their style, because they are combining traditional folklore music with modern sounds. So they keep up with this song style, which I really like. Somehow I'm not very into this kind of song. Last year also, I mean, I like traditional ethnic songs, but when I hear the white singing, I think it's called, I don't know, something is telling me no, it's like screaming for me. Maybe because I'm not from the Eastern Europe part, I mean, Poland, Russia, Belarus, Ukraine. That's why, maybe that's the reason why I don't like this kind of songs or way of singing. But I think most of the people will still like it, and they will have success in the contest. And will they qualify? I think yes. It's Ukraine almost always qualifies, or I think I think they never did not qualify in the final. So it's maybe one of the countries who always qualified for the final. So I think this tradition will continue again. But I heard about a song on YouTube which is maybe a plagiarism. It's a traditional ethnic Ukrainian song, I think, and they sampled this kind of music. So I don't know if this is considered plagiarism, or maybe they will say, okay, it's ethnic folklore songs are not copyrighted, so you can still sample this. So we will see what the producers or what the EBU will say about this, if it's a plagiarism or not. So we will see it in the future. And the next song which was selected was The Roop with Discotheque. So The Roop are coming back. I really like the fact that they come back. I was a little bit worried maybe they will not come back again, or they will not win their national selection, because there are still nice songs in the new national final. So I was worrying that maybe they will not win. But when you watch the show, you almost immediately see, okay, they will win this for sure. It will be landslide victory, and I think it was also landslide victory. They won with a huge distance to the second place. So for me, it was no reason to organize a national final, because I think everyone knew that they will be the winners again, even though the songs maybe not the best or the better song like last year, they still will win this nevertheless. This is also what I noticed, that On Fire was for me a better song, and I listened to this new song Discotheque quite a lot times, but still I don't have this feeling what I had when I saw or listened to On Fire. For me it was very like artsy pop, but this new song is not very my cup of tea, I have to be honest. They're still the favorites. I think they're number one on the Eurovision odds, so I think they will have the best result. Lithuania will have the best result, and maybe they will also be the winners. But for me, this song is not so good as the last year song, and that's what I noticed. Yeah, but still, they have a very good song, and also it will have fans. I think many people will vote for them. They will easily qualify for the final. I think they will achieve Lithuania their best result for sure. Yeah, so this was the first 5 songs of this year. We will have more songs in the next week. Many shows will come up. Many songs will be published. So if you want to follow this, you can subscribe to my podcast, and you will hear a lot. We can also talk about a little bit about the shows which are now going on. These are from Norway and from Sweden. So yesterday Sweden's Melodifestivalen started, and the Norwegian Melody Grand Prix is also running right now. So we will still have to wait for the official results. But the shows are quite fun to watch. I really like the fact that they still organize a show like that, even though there's no audience in the room, or they don't have a tour in Melodifestivalen. And I think it's still is one studio in Stockholm, and all the songs are in this studio. But I'm very happy to see still a new show, even though we are still living in a pandemic. So this is what it's very good for us, because last year we had most of the shows, and this year we also have a lot of shows. So this is the only good thing to have right now. So thank you for the producers for having still a show like this. Melodifestivalen, even though it's only one studio, is very fun to watch. The hosts are very good. It's Christa Björkman and this lady, which I don't remember the name. She's a very funny person. I really like her. And also they put a lot of effort into the stagings. I was thinking that maybe they will not have a lot of gimmicks on the stages, or they will not use technology, because of maybe they have to reduce their teams, or their organizers have to be reduced, and the cameraman. But still, when you see Dani Saucedo's stage performance, it was like very well organized and very innovative. So I'm looking forward to the other songs. Yeah, speaking of Melodifestivalen, Dani Saucedo is returning after almost 10 years, I think, again, and he doesn't age at all. He looks good. He still looks good, and he's still a good dancer and performer. So it was very clear that he will advance to the final. And also the songs are, we don't have any every song yet, but the songs are very nice and very good this year. So thank you for the producers in Sweden, and also the songs from Norway are very, very good. It's very fun to watch. It's a lot of diversity in this, and I really like to watch this, and thank you for this. So this was today's episode. If you want to listen to my podcast, you can still subscribe to it, and you can also comment down below, and we will see for the next episode. Goodbye.